you. And finally, the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is deepening. Two contenders have emerged for the acting chairmanship seats of the main opposition party, a day after a Rivers State High Court restrained and battled Uche Secondus from parading himself as chairman. The two contenders, Yemi Akinwonmi, who is the Deputy National Chairman South, and Suleiman Nazif, the Deputy National Chairman North, are claiming to be the acting PDP acting National Chairman. Jide, this is like a deja vu of what happened. We said it yesterday.
Being replayed.
We said it yesterday, and everything is just going the same script.
Yes.
The same way.
It is the same. It is what we anticipated that they are beginning to do. Now, I won't be surprised if Uche, the governor of Rivers State, gets Secondus's word to suspend
Rivers State, yes.
Gets the word to suspend him. Because he would want to deny him of any base. And look, if you want to join a party, you join through your word.
Yes.
Now, they want to kick you out of a party too. They start
the process through your word.
And if they start from your word, then the national body has to also ratify. But with the courts already telling him not to parade himself as chairman, not to attend meetings, how are we sure that if those guys go ahead to to suspend, the national body will say, no, you can't suspend. So it is clear that the people who want to kick Secondus out of the party, they are not relenting. And they will use every trick in the book. I was thinking that Secondus will become the first PDP national chairman to complete his term. But from the look of things, Uche, who is the arrowhead of the Secondus must go campaign acquire, does not even want him to complete his term. And it's just, if he will be patient, it's less than 2 months. 2 months to go. You know, for the man to go. Since you have already set convention for October.
I think he has a problem that Secondus is still eyeing that position again to recontest.
Yes, and he doesn't want him to preside over the NEC. You know, because the NEC is a very strong organ of the party. And it's at the NEC meeting that those who organize the election and convention yes, the electoral committee especially, that's where they will be nominated. And with him presiding, with him in charge, it is very, very likely that the people who emerge will be people who are loyal to the chairman. And he doesn't want that to happen. He wants to get him out of the way. I don't know what he did to offend him. I don't know what game Uche is playing, but he appears to have made up his mind that he doesn't want this man again. He brought him. He got everybody on board.
He sold him to the world.
And
because it was the Southwest PDP guys, but they judged all this world. They were the one routine for the chairmanship position before, saying that the position has never gone to Southwest.
Yes.
And they wanted that. And one other professor from Ekiti State, I've forgotten his name.
I don't know.
Professor Adeniro. So they were all Jimmy Agbaje.
He was the one who
out.
shouted that the South had been carrying the burden of the party. They've been loyal to the party. That why should they not be rewarded for their loyalty and all that? So he brought that argument in, and he intimidated everybody.
Yes.
In the end,
when we got to that convention, the Southwest chairmanship candidate one by one started stepping down. So the emergence of Uche Secondus. 3 years down the line today, look at what is happening.
He doesn't want to see him again.
Well, I think what is happening in PDP is very unfortunate for Nigeria. Unfortunate in the sense that at a time when the APC is fumbling at the national level, they cannot organize a good security for the country. The economy is wobbling. The economy is seriously bad. Then the main opposition party that one would have expected
to
consolidate on that particular thing and give a serious challenge to the government is itself turned into 2, or probably into even 3. But because by the time they go into convention, you will see many tendencies in the party now. So it is unfortunate for Nigeria, and this is a reflection of the political class we have in Nigeria today. That Nigeria's political class today, they have no focus, they have no vision, and they don't have the people at heart. Because if they really have the people, okay, you can imagine what happened between 1979 and 1983. You know, you had an opposition in the UPN there, you had a party there. But this one, most of those people who in PDP today, you'll be surprised that before that convention, they will jump ship into the APC. Most of the governors in PDP who are serving second term, they have already decamped to the APC. So how do we begin to solve the problem of Nigeria when the main opposition party have a problem with itself? They are not organized. What alternative do we have?
And those smaller parties, they are good as dead.
Because in Nigeria today, you know, when you don't hold the cash cow, you don't control. When you don't control government, you can never change a government, and you cannot see election.
All of them is public funds that they use.
Public funds that are using. They are not using anybody's funds. So that's why I say it is very unfortunate for Nigeria as a country that a party that is supposed
that account for their so-called strengths.
Yeah, they move part of their so-called security votes that nobody audits. They move it into running a party. So
that's why it's possible for them to pick anybody as chairman.
They don't spend their own money like that.
That's why it's easy for them to pick anybody as chairman of the party.
They find comfortable to spend. They don't like spending their own money. They don't like it at all.
It's unfortunate that PDP is going through this thing, and it is a bad domain for Nigerian politics.
So Uche Secondus now effectively cannot parade himself as chairman.
As long as he has not vacated that court order, that injunction.
Now, the wisdom now will now say, okay, since Uche Secondus is from the South, some people will say, okay, the deputy national chairman South. Should take over. But the way the hierarchy, the way the structure is that even the position of the deputy national chairman, even not, is...
no, it's not. It's ideally the deputy national chairman South should be the one to take over. That's the way it should be.
Who is sponsoring this? Suleiman?
If you remember, even when Oshomole had this problem.
Yes, it was Abiola Ajimobi.
Yes, but he was ill. If he had not been ill, he would have taken over.
Yes.
And then Hilliard Etta came out too. To lay claim to the chairmanship. Yes,
well,
also from South.
But I think by tomorrow, information that tomorrow the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Governor of Sokoto State, Tambuwa, there are someone in meeting in Abuja for tomorrow among all the Governors Forum. Maybe that to find a way of the crisis. He just did that this afternoon.
Okay,
so that they'll be able to tell us in Abuja to find a way to solve that, because they have to find a way. 2 months they cannot do that. The party cannot do without a leadership for 2 months. Between now and October, something has to happen.
At the time when they are preparing for convention.
For convention, so 2 months. Let us hope that by tomorrow, Tambuwa and Co will be able to reconcile all the differences within the PDP and present either of the two, either chairman, deputy chairman South or deputy chairman North. But like he said, it is not reasonable for deputy chairman of North to want to take that position from Secondus if it is vacant. It is not reasonable.
And
so there has to be a way.
It's not as if the People's Democratic Party is the All Progressive Congress is immune to this crisis.
No, it's not. They are managing it.
It could snowball at any time.
They are managing it. They are going to come out.
No, theirs is even of bigger dimension.
It's going to be bigger.
There are many people in the PDP who are waiting to see how the APC will organize the convention. That is
different tendencies within the party.
That is if they don't find a political solution to the potential banana peel represented by Mimala Bune and his caretaker committee. If they can find a political solution, then fine. But there are many people in the APC who are convinced that it is dangerous to keep the caretaker committee in office because they could lose they could lose in court. And if they lose in court, it will be a total loss for everyone. So that's why I said their own is even potentially more dangerous. But you see, politicians in Nigeria also have a way of precipitating crisis in rival parties.
Yes, and sponsor
So there are people who now in the APC will be doing their best to make sure that these people can resolve their crisis. So if they can't resolve their crisis, how are they going to constitute any significant threat to the APC? So their own strategy now will be, let them not be able to resolve this. Let Mr. Secondus not be able to come back, so that if Secondus doesn't come back, the prospect for stability will be gone.
Like what happened to the PDP in Lagos State? They have at any point in time,
since 1999.
They've
always been one crisis.
Yes.
It's not since 1999.
It's not their making. There are people who make sure that they don't come together.
That party.
It's happening now.
Once towards the election, you just see somebody the campaign for the PDP.
All right, just before we go, let's wish the coordinator of the National Youth Service Corps, NYC, in Lagos State, Eddie Chinedu Megwa, a happy birthday. The state coordinator is a year older today. Jide?
Yeah, good man, alumnus of the University of Ilorin. Good man, gentleman, and very, very dutiful. And he does his job with tremendous zeal. He's a man that has a bright future.
So we want to wish the Lagos State NYC coordinator, that Mr. Eddie Chinedu Megwa, a happy birthday from the journalist Hangout here.
Happy birthday to you.
Many more fruitful years.
Many more years.
Yeah. So,
in a happy Nigeria. I said many more years in a happy Nigeria.
Yes, a happy Nigeria. Nigeria.
Yes, because that as we are wishing him, also wishing ourselves.
I'm telling you, because if Nigeria is not moving forward, there's not how you can be happy.
You can't be happy here. That's the thing.
All right.
Be happy here.
Tunde Abato, thank you for your contribution today. Thank you. And the best for himself, Babajide Kolade. Thank you for always being there. And that's our package today.